This message, this piece of content is especially for those of you who are losing hope, who are on the verge of losing hope. If you are still in the journey and if you are thinking of getting out of the journey and leading an average life, a life of other people's choice for you, then I would urge you and I would encourage you to listen to this. For success, you need at least these two things as a must. Number one, inspiration. Number two, the right information or the right awareness. Now, it may sound corny to you, or it may sound something even very basic or simple to you, but this is the fact. And I can prove to you within the next a few minutes, maybe, that inspiration and the right information are the two very basic things, very important things that you need to keep moving in the right direction and achieve the desired results. Now, before I go into the detail of what inspiration and the right information can do for you, let me ask you a simple question. Have you ever wondered why human beings came out of the caves in the first place and they ended up setting their foot on the moon and on the Mars? Have you wondered what was that thing about human beings that really pushed them forward in the first place? Let me tell you that one quality about human beings was their ambitiousness. It was the desire by human beings to become a better version of themselves. It was the precious human desire to evolve and adapt and improve and achieve the desired results. And that ambitiousness you also possess right now, or at least you possessed it at some point in time in the past. And then along the way, because of the destructive social conditioning, or maybe because of the failures in the past, you lost that ambitiousness. Maybe because of some fears, maybe because of some doubts, or maybe you gave other people's opinions too much value. And then along the way, you lost those dreams, those ambitions, those desires to become a better version of yourself and lead your life on your own terms. Today, I can tell you that if you can find the right combination between inspiration and the right kind of information, you can definitely go ahead as a better person, more equipped, and implement the action plan that you have got. Or maybe when you are inspired and you have the right kind of information, then you can come up with a better action plan, a better strategy, and then you can implement it. Let me also tell you that implementation is extremely very important. It trumps everything else. Yes, but implementation will come later. First, you must be inspired and you must have the right kind of information. You can also call it the right action plan, and then you can go ahead and implement that action plan. I also want to clarify this to you. When you are trying to inspire yourself from inside out, you need inspiration, you need the right information, and only then you can come up with an action plan that will really work for you. Now, coming back to inspiration, which was point number one, and I only want to talk about these 2 points today: inspiration and the right information. This is a magical formula for success, I can tell you on the basis of my own personal experience. Now, you must be crystal clear about the fact that by default or by nature, human beings are ambitious, and your ambitions can be your greatest asset, because your ambitions, they drive you forward, they give you that positive energy which keeps you moving forward. And then at the same time, when you are inspired, when you are aware of the opportunities, and when you are inspired and you have the right information about the action plan that can really get you the desired results, you are really in a very good position to achieve the desired results. Because once you are ambitious, you are inspired, and you have the right awareness, then the action plan is going to be far more effective. It will produce the results that you desire to have. And even if that action plan initially does not work, you will improve on it. Why? Because you are ambitious, you are inspired, and you have the right information. Now, you must be crystal clear about the fact that your ambitions, they are like the hunger that you feel, the hunger to become a better version of yourself, the hunger to lead a better lifestyle, the hunger to achieve your desired results, the hunger to lead your life the way you want to lead it, which means life on your own terms. Now, to keep that hunger alive, you need the food of inspiration. Yes, inspiration is like the food, but this is a different kind of food. This is the food that increases this hunger and keeps it alive. This is not the kind of food that will satisfy you and make you sit back and relax and waste your time. No, inspiration is the food that will keep your ambitions alive. It will give you the momentum. It will encourage you to stand up and implement the action plan. And just the way I said, people lose ambitions along the way because they are not inspired, because they are not aware of the right kind of information, the right kind of tools and techniques that can really enable them and empower them to achieve the realization of their dreams. What this means is it is extremely very important to stay inspired and have the right kind of information. Now, the big question is, how can you stay inspired, or from where can you get the inspiration, the right kind of inspiration? Let me tell you that inspiration is like that positive energy, that fuel that really ignites the flame inside of you, the flame for success, the flame that can really enable you and empower you to have a shot at your targets. Now, as far as inspiration is concerned, start with an inspiring story of someone's success today. Maybe read a book, maybe read an autobiography, watch a video seminar, maybe listen to some content that is in audio format. Stay in touch with a success story. And when you find out some resources or content that can keep you inspired, you must stay in touch with it, which means you must repeat that content. You must repeatedly listen to it. You must repeatedly watch it or read it so that you stay inspired. Maybe you increase the inspiration that you get out of that piece of content. What that inspiration will do for you is it will generate this positive energy inside of you, and that positive energy, it is already there in the form of your ambitions, your desires, your dreams, and your vision for a life that is on your own terms. And my personal recommendation to you is, when you find out a piece of content that keeps you inspired, please stay in touch with it. Repeat it as often as you can. Do not just listen to it or read it or watch it just once. That way, it may not work for you. It may make you inspired only once, but then with the passage of time, you may forget about it. You may lose that drive because the impact of inspiration, it may wear off with the passage of time. This is what happens. This is why stay in touch with the inspiring content repeatedly. All right? It is extremely very important to stay in touch with the inspiring content repeatedly because this society, the world, the surroundings, they are constantly coming at you. What that means is the mainstream media, the people around you, your surroundings, maybe even your past, the disempowering social conditioning, all these things, they are constantly coming at you. They might be attacking you almost all the time. To defend yourself successfully against all these negative sources of information, what you need to do is you must nullify the destructive impact of all these different kinds of information by staying in touch with the inspiring content, the content that makes you feel positive about life, about your abilities and the resources all around you, the content that gives you the conviction that you can succeed, that you can achieve the realization of your dreams now. If you start now, from today, you can definitely succeed if you stay in touch with the right kind of content, if you find out the right kind of strategies, the right kind of information that can make you feel empowered. Remember, human beings are not logical, they are more emotional, which means with the passage of time, you may forget the right kind of content, the inspiring content, the empowering content. As human beings, we rely more on our five physical senses and we give far more value to our surroundings. Now, if you are surrounded with negativity and pessimism, you are far more likely to fall into that trap. You must protect yourself by keeping in mind the examples of success and triumph and victory of others. Yes, of others. Because when you are focused on success and positivity and resources, you are giving your brain the message that it is very much possible for you as well. When you stay focused on all the resources in your surroundings, the positivity, the possibilities, you are always giving your brain the message that all this is available for you as well right now. Next, the right kind of information, the right kind of awareness. What that means is the strategy, the action plan. You are already ambitious, we know that. When you are inspired along with being ambitious and you have the right kind of information, you are giving yourself the fighting chance to achieve the results that you want to achieve. What this combination of ambitions, inspiration, and the right information will do for you is it will give you this immense positive energy. And under the impact of that positive energy, you will start thinking of an action plan. In the first place, if you have the right information about the action plan, a strategy, it will give you an insight into the possible action plans that you can undertake right now. And when you have the right combination based on your ambitions, inspiration, and the right information, you are in a very good position to come up with an action plan that will work for you. And this is why I said initially that implementation will come later. First, you have to take care of your ambitions and the inspiration that you are in touch with. And then you have to take care of the information that you are consuming, which means that information must equip you with the right kind of awareness so that you must be able to come up with the right action plan. When your action plan is based on the right kind of awareness and information, it is far more likely to work for you. And along the way, of course, when you put in the right amount of effort at the right time, the right way, you will also review your results. And when you keep reviewing your results, there is a chance that you will keep evolving and improving and adapting. And that is where you are far more likely to succeed. And that's it. This is how easy or simple it is to achieve your desired results. Now remember, the journey itself, it can demand patience from you, immense patience from you, and that is what you must practice. Patience. When you know that you are ambitious and you are inspired and you have the right kind of information and you are implementing the right action plan, you are in a very good position to achieve the success that you want to achieve. You only have to review your results and you can achieve the success that you want to achieve.